Rishi sir, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon.
So we'll wait for another 3 minutes. Then at 12:05
Sure.
we'll start.
Sure.
So what is the how do you think students are doing?
Students are doing good and they are asking good questions. So that is
Actually,
good.
I hope that at least if 20% students, if all, then it's good. If
Yeah.
20% students will continue with us with our internship program, followed by
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah.
And for that one, me and Sumit sir is planning, and you also, they are definitely one of the part of that one. So
Yeah.
weekly we'll take once only
Yeah.
to either assign the problem or we'll take the update. And in
Yeah.
that way, if they are doing something, then that will be great for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
That will be good for them learning also, and that will be good for the project also. That
yes, yes,
yeah,
we
they
will
will.
planning for that one to apply
Yeah.
some projects. If we are getting also, definitely
Yeah.
the idea for that particular student who will
Yeah.
give, definitely
Yeah.
will take them
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
one of the internship in that
Yeah.
project.
Yeah. Sure.
So let us see. We hope for the best. We
Yeah.
want
Yeah.
that everybody should continue the internship program.
Yeah.
Those who are attending the classes, at least out of
Yeah.
321, I think 130, are attending continuously.
Okay.
So I hope they will do something good.
Yeah.
As they
Yeah.
are here, they are also listening.
Yeah. Yeah.
So hope.
Yeah, I hope at least 20%, 15 to 20% students will do some good work.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that can
Definitely
be
we
good.
want everyone, but at least
Yeah,
20 minutes, definitely
20,
that will be
yeah,
good for them as well as for
yeah,
us also.
yeah.
Okay, sir. Let us wait for another 1 minute, then we'll start.
Sure, sure. Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Rishikesh sir, I think we can start, na? 12:06 is there, we can start.
Sure, sir. Yeah, I will start. Good afternoon, everyone. So, in this session, we will go through the hands-on activity related with vulnerability assessment, and we will see the tools that we can use, especially OpenVAS tool that is widely used for vulnerability assessment. So we will use that. And also, I will encourage, if you have downloaded and installed Windows 11 virtual machine, that is fine. But there is also another virtual machine which is purposely designed to learn about vulnerability assessment and pen testing. So that is Metasploitable 2 that you can also download. I will just show that from where you can download and how you can import that. So in that you will find a list of vulnerabilities, because that has been designed for that objective to learn about vulnerability assessment. So let me share my screen. So I think you can see my screen. So this is Metasploitable 2, and it has also there is a version Metasploitable 3, but you will have to build it. So that can take some time. You will have to do some configuration, but I also encourage you to go through that. So because that will also give you some new learning opportunities. Metasploitable 2, that is easy to work with, and it is easy to install, but Metasploitable 3, you will have to do some build operations, and you will have to configure it more. But that is definitely, it will give you some more learning. So when you use these tools, and if you get some configuration problem or error, copy those errors or any problem that you are getting, and directly put it in the Google, and you can know that, I mean, you can explore that how you can resolve those issues, because that is also part of learning. I mean, you will also get more experience of like what are the challenges that you can face while doing a particular project. If you are doing that with and you are using some specific tools, you will know that, yeah, these are the challenges that can come with using these tools, and that will also help you in drafting the report that you are making. You can write that, yeah, with these tools that I am using, these are the limitations and these are the challenges that we can face. Because when you are working on a particular project or any project, it is also important when you are drafting a report to mention what are the limitations and what are the challenges that you faced also, and your experience that you write. So always try to summarize everything. And while writing, it also helps us to generate new ideas rather than mostly reading. So it is always good to get your hands dirty, and also try to write all the summary and everything. Then you will get some fresh ideas that can help you to go further. So Metasploitable 2, as you can see that I have put it here. So it is maintained by Rapid7. So you can go here, just click that. And then you can see that it has given the link to download Metasploitable 2, and you can read that here. It is a test environment, provides a secure place to perform pen testing and security research. So you can install this in your virtual machine in Oracle VirtualBox. And then it is purposely designed vulnerable machine. So you can run these kind of tools, and you can perform pen testing activities, and see how, if in a system this particular vulnerability is there, how I can exploit that. So today we are not going to cover pen testing, but later on you can explore that when we will cover that part. So it will give you an understanding like, yeah, these are these kind of vulnerabilities that generally it can be present. So somebody in the previous session asked that what are the common or general IPs that are used in the vulnerable systems. Or so that is the most appropriate questions. Question can be like, what are the general vulnerabilities that are present in the systems? So it will help you these kind of vulnerability test or assessment it will help you in understanding like what are the general vulnerabilities that are present in most of the systems, or it can be in some systems. So like end of life of the application or tools, maybe weak passwords that are set, or let's say no password is set for remote login, or these kind of. So it will help you understanding like, yeah, these are the common vulnerabilities that can be present in any systems that we deploy in the organization. So you can go here like sourceforge.net, and it has also given you like uh, how what is the login credentials. So you can see that MSF admin. And so just hit a new tab. Since I have already downloaded, I'm not going to download this again. So you can just click here, the download button, and it will take 1 minute or 2 minutes, and it will download. So you will get a zip file, and then what you need to do, you need to extract that file, and then you will have you will see a Metasploitable VM. I'm just going to show you. Just give me a second. Yes. Sharing my screen again. So once you will download that, it is a zip file, and then you need to extract that, and then you will get this Metasploitable dash Linux 2.0.0. So then you can double click it, and this is the virtual machine disk image format. So you see here, this is a virtual machine disk image format, VM DK. So that is the file that we will have to add in our virtual box. So let's go and see how you can do that. Just give me a second. I'm sharing my screen. So here you can see that, and this is my Oracle VM VirtualBox Manager. So I have already installed that. But what you can do here, you can click New. For instance, let's say you can write Metasploitable. Let's say I have already given it. So let's say give Metasploitable 3. And when you install any virtual machine in your Oracle VirtualBox, you should know that whether it is of Microsoft Windows or Linux. So I know that Metasploitable 2 is a Linux based. You can get the information over the internet. So let's select type Linux, and then instead of Oracle Linux, what you can do here, you can select other Linux 64-bit. So if you are not sure about the exact version, so just select that. So what it will help you, like it will help you like with the compatibility option. These are the information that you provide generally. So it will help you with the compatibility and options, and also it will help you installing the virtual machine properly. So if you are not sure with which version it is, just give other Linux and 64-bit, and make sure you do not import it here, that file, because this is not an ISO file. it is a different file that I just showed you. It is of virtual machine disk format. So you can do select next. As I had mentioned earlier, just select 4096 if you do not have a very powerful laptop with Xeon or advanced processors. And you can leave the processors just as one and then click next. So here, as you have already seen, let me go back again on that file. So here you can see this is a virtual machine disk format that you see here. So this is not an ISO file. So what we are going to do, so here you do not need to create a virtual disk hard disk now. So what you have to do, you have to click second option, which is use an existing virtual hard disk file. So select this option and then go here, choose a virtual hard disk file, and you can add it here. Since I have already added, so you can click add, and then what you can do, let's say go where you have the Metasploitable. So it is here. And then you can just select this one and click open and it will be added. I'm not going to do that because it is already there. And then what you can do, you can add that, and then it will take it here with all the options. It will give you all the information, and then just click next. And then it will import that here. And then what you can do, just make sure, just go here in the general options. Just check that, yeah, the informations are correct. You can also enable clipboard. It is not important here, but let's say just keep it bidirectional. Disk encryption is not needed. System 4096 MB that you see here, that is fine. Video memory 16 MB is fine for this Metasploitable. Network is important here because you have to make it in the same NAT network as we have the Kali machine and other machines. So I have already set up my own NAT network. So you can select the NAT network and then select the name that you have assigned, like Home Lab or any other thing. And then click this advanced option and make sure promiscuous mode is selected as allow all, and then just select OK. And that should be fine. Discard changes. And once it is there, you can just click the button start. And it will take a while to start this. Just wait for a minute and then it will start. Let's check. I don't know whether you can see the screen or not. Let me share it again. So I think you can see the Metasploitable screen. So you see here, it is asking for the login, and it is also giving you the information like login with MSF admin, MSF admin. So let's select MSF admin. Yeah, MSF admin, MSF admin. You can always change the password, but I'm not going to do that because the main purpose is to learn the how we perform vulnerability assessment, and later on how we perform pen testing. But once you have installed this and it is working fine, make sure to check type ifconfig, ifconfig, and note down the IP address. So here you see that on the ETH0 Ethernet interface 0, the IP address is 10.0, sorry, is 10.0.2.8. So I'm interested in that IP address because I will use that IP address to perform vulnerability assessment. So make sure that you note it down, and then let's go back on Kali Linux. So here, this is my Kali interface. So before going to show the OpenVAS and other things, I would like to tell you, about whether you where you can find more information about OpenVAS and everything. So just open this and type here OpenVAS, and here you can select this OpenVAS, Open Vulnerability Assessment Scanner. So open this one. And as you see here, it starts with like the Greenbaum OpenVAS. So that is maintained by the Greenbaum, and you can see that it is maintained since 2016. And it will give you the basic information, like it is a fully featured vulnerability scanner, and it has capabilities include unauthenticated and authenticated testing, perform various high-level and low-level internet and industrial protocols, and perform the largest scan, comprehensive scan that it can perform. And it also says that I mentioned in my first session that scanner obtains the test for detecting vulnerabilities from a feed that has long history and daily updates. So you can click here and see what is the feed. It is starting. So here you can see that these are it says that Greenbaum Enterprise feed, and it says that sensitive data flows through your system every day. So your business processes rely on critical IT infrastructure, but how secure it really is. So don't settle for half measures. The Greenbaum community feed is a good starting point, but it only covers a fraction of real world threats. So thousands of vulnerability remains undetected and therefore open to attackers. So only the Greenbaum Enterprise feed provides complete up-to-date coverage with all relevant vulnerability information, in-depth tests, and maximum precision. So this OpenVAS tool, it relies on this feed of Greenbaum, and it updates its database with the new feeds, and it use those feeds while scanning. So it will, if it finds some vulnerability which aligns with the feed, then it will say that, yeah, this is the, in that target systems, like weak passwords or like passwordless remote login. So it's, you can see here, automated security test with daily updated feed. So stay fully up to date with zero manual effort. So you have to you can update that. Sometimes it will ask like when you are using that tool to download some new feeds from the Greenbaum. So it will download and keep it. So it has, you can see here, these are the features of this tool, and then it has a community feed and enterprise feed. So enterprise feed come with some like subscription and other things, but you can use the basic coverage. Like we show vulnerabilities for consumer products, different like MS Office, Ubuntu, Linux, and other Windows systems. And With Greenbond Enterprise Feeds, it comes with we show vulnerabilities for enterprise products more, compliance guidelines for CIS benchmark. So many a times, like as I had mentioned, that companies or organizations, they have to comply with some cybersecurity standards. So because compliance is one aspect of security, but it's not a guarantee that if you comply with some cybersecurity standards or regulatory requirements, then you have a good security. So it is one aspect that your system should comply with some cybersecurity standards and regulatory requirements. So if you are working on that, your organization is working on that. So these kind of tests help you to benchmark some aspects. Like maybe you have done uh, previously shows some vulnerability, and now you want to test that whether your system closes those vulnerabilities or not. So all those things comes with some extended coverage, so you can go and read on that. And you can find more information with these Greenbond support, what kind of supports that they provide. You can also find some blogs here. So it is written by people who are working there, or those researchers who are actively devoting some time in these. From time to time, they will write the blog, so you can find new information. So it is always good to read these kind of blogs, because it will keep you updated on like what are the new vulnerabilities, and how it can impact my systems, and how I can test my system against those vulnerabilities, whether they are present in my systems or not. So I would suggest, yeah, I mean, yeah, once you are working in these security domains, so always keep reading these kind of blogs, because that will these blogs are not very long, and it also updates your knowledge base, and you will know that, yeah, and these are the new vulnerabilities, and it can impact these kind of systems. So always go and read these kind of blogs, not only from Greenbond, but other platform also. So you can check here their product documentations, everything you can find, all the details. So these are their product documentation, some white papers. So it is always good to read the white papers. So that also gives you some understanding about the new tools or how it can be used at high level. Of course, you will not find a lot of technical details, but it will give you some understanding about the new evolving attack vectors or tools that we can use to mitigate the different kinds of threats. So that is one aspect. So you can go and read those things here. And then as I had mentioned earlier, you can find the applications which are installed in your Kali already here. So applications that you see here, vulnerability assessment. So maybe in your system, OpenVAS is not installed. So I installed it. So what you can do, just in the Google type that steps to, you will find some articles. So you can see here, this is an article on Greek for geeks for Greek geeks, and here also, so you can use go through as I had mentioned earlier, it is always good when you are installing some applications, always update your systems. I mean, update your Kali and upgrade your Kali. And instead of going through different commands, you can just type, it can be given in one command on root terminal, and it will update and upgrade your Kali. Then type this sudo apt install OpenVAS, and it will install the OpenVAS. And once it is installed, you can verify the run this command and it will verify the setup processes. And once it is installed, you can just verify all the installation process, and then everything is once it is set, you can set up the password. So just follow this article from Geeks for Geeks, and you can install this OpenVAS very easily. And to start it, you have to just give this command sudo gvm dash start, and to stop that, sudo gvm dash stop. And also you can follow this article from Medium. So that is also a good article to install OpenVAS. So both articles are fine, and you can install that, and how it will also give you like how you can reset the password. So everything is given here, so you can just install that. And when it will ask that, always click on advanced and just select the option like accept the risk and continue. And then it will have this login screen. I will show this right now. So that is the process you can follow. Just use this article, the article from Medium, or this one, Geeks for Geeks, and you will be able to install OpenVAS very easily. So since in my system it is already installed, what I can do, and when it is installed, you can go here in the second part, like vulnerability analysis category, and then just click GVM start. And you can see here, it will ask the password. It will take a while before launching this. And also, I think I had mentioned this earlier. What I will also suggest, once you are performing these activities, also check the IP address of your Kali machine. So note down the Kali IP address. So it is always good to keep a separate Word file, and whatever virtual machines you have, note down their IP address on what interface that IP is. So here also you can see that I have only one interface, ETH0, and the IP address of my Kali machine is 10.0.2.7. So let's go and check. So now it has started. So what you can do, copy this link, HTTPS 127.0.0.1, and the port that it is giving, and copy this. And then let's say open a new tab here. And then hit enter. Then it will ask for my username and password, as you have already seen in that article that you can set the username and password. You can change it. Initially, it will give you a default one, so you can change that. So I have changed the password. So you can see here, it is giving me the message that feed is currently syncing. So maybe it is updating, and currently maybe downloading some feed or syncing it with the new with the Greenbond feed. So that is the message that it is giving me. So this is the dashboard when you will see when you will install this OpenVAS, and once you have logged in the interface on which it is running, so administrative interface. So this is the administrative interface. So these are like, since I've already performed some scans, so I'm getting these informations. So now what you can do, like here, let me go back. So this is the general dashboard of your OpenVAS that you will see here. And then you have the different options on the left side that you can see, like scans and assets that you have. So let's go because we are interested into performing some scan activities. So you can go and select the task that you see here. Now you can see that I have already scanned some virtual machines that I have in my virtual lab. So I scanned one of my Windows virtual machine, and I also scanned that Metasploitable virtual machine which I have installed. So I would initially suggest to use Metasploitable virtual machine and to learn this. So, and later on for project, what you can do, you can, the Windows machine that you have installed in your Oracle VirtualBox, you can scan that, and parallelly to collect the traffic, maybe what you can also do, run the Wireshark that in my previous session I showed that you can run the Wireshark on your Windows machine and see what kind of traffic that you are getting. And once, let's say, the scan is over after 15 minutes or 20 minutes, you can collect all those traffic and save it in the CSV that the way I showed in my previous session. And then maybe you can use that for running some using some generative AI tools to analyze those kind of traffic and see what are the features which are important and what kind of insights that it is giving, which can be valuable for security operation center or SOC analysts or threat hunters. So let's say since in my dashboard I have already some IPs, I can go and perform the scan. But let's say you are doing it for the first time, so you will not see these names here for the first time, if it is for the first time. So what you can do, you can see here this uh, star with a line, black line. So what you can do here, click on this one, not on this. Click on this star and click this task wizard. I think you remember from the slide that I had showed the task wizard. So click on this task wizard, and you can see here, this is more visible now, this is star with the line. So what you can do here, you can perform a comprehensive quick scan. So just provide the IP address that you noted down from your Metasploitable, and provide that IP 10.0.2.8, which is in my case, and also read these information. Initially, you will see the default address is either your computer or your network gateway. So I just removed that 127.0. Which is a loopback. And this is as a shortcut, the following steps will be done for you. Create a new target. It will create a new task. So in the task that you see here, and then start this scan right away. And then you can click here this button, start scan, once you have entered the IP address here. So I'm not going to add this again because I have already added, but this is the way you can open this task wizard, then provide the IP address like 10.0.2.8, and then click here the start button and perform the start scan. So I'm closing this one here, and then it will start the scan here. So let's go and see what are the information that we have. So I have already performed the scan. So what I will do, I will show you, and I will also later on show how you can how it looks like when you perform the scan. So let's go. So this is from my host. you can see here task with most high results per host. So that is 10.0.2.8 that you see here. So just click on this one, on this red. And I think you can see a new new options with task immediate scan of IP 10.0.2.8. So this is the result from 10.0.2.8. So you can ask that, yeah, where is the result? I do not see anything. Just see the add to assets and apply overrides, and yeah, the scan was performed. So this is the first page. I mean, what you can do here, you are seeing here the different options, total reports for task immediate scan. You can also see here last report for task immediate scan. Here you can see the results for task immediate scan of IP 10.0.2.8. So just let's click on this one, and that you see here 149. I'm just clicking on that one. And it is giving me all the different. So you can see here there are many vulnerabilities, and we can go till 157. So you can see here all these are vulnerabilities, and it has assigned the severity level, like 6.4 is medium, 9.8 or maybe the 8 is critical. And you can also see, yeah, the host is 10.0.2.8, and location, it is giving me, yeah, which port it is scanned and what kind of protocol is running. So all these informations are here. And for instance, let's say you can also see here clear text transmission of sensitive information. So these are the different kinds of vulnerabilities which are present in this system. Anonymous FTP login. So if you want to know more about this vulnerability, what you can do, just click on this vulnerability, and it will give you the option like reports if the remote FTP server allows anonymous login. So anonymous login is like it also gives an example here. So for your understanding, what you can do, it gives you some information. It was possible to log in to the remote FTP service. So FTP service that is running on that host machine, which is 10.0.2.8. It is possible to log in on that with the remote FTP service with the following anonymous account. So that is anonymous at example.com and FTP anonymous at example.com. And it gives also you some more insights. A host that provides an FTP service may provide additionally provide anonymous FTP access as well. Under this arrangement, users do not strictly need an account on the host. So that means we do not need an account on that particular machine. Instead, the user typically enters anonymous or FTP when prompted for username. Although users are commonly asked to send their email address as their password, little to no verification is actually performed on the supplied data. So that is an insight. So what does it mean? So you can also read these, and then you will understand it, what it is. It is given in a very simple language, so it is easy to understand. And then it gives you the detection method. So what was the detection method? So it is aligned with this one. So maybe you can click on this and see what this information is. So it gives you some more information with CVSS base scores. It also assigned 6.4 and CVSS date. So when this vulnerability was reported on first, so that was reported in 2018. And the detection method is quality of detection is a remote banner, and based on the files accessible via this anonymous FTP login and the permission of for this account, an attacker might be able to just gain access to sensitive files or upload or delete files. So let's go back again on the previous one. So you can see here based on the files accessible via this. So once the attacker get access to the FTP service, through this anonymous login, they can gain access to sensitive file. This is clearly understandable. You can get access to confidential information, upload or delete files. So that is also possible. You can upload some files which is malicious or which are which contain some malware. Even you can delete some files. So what are the solutions? So the solution is, if you do not want to share files, you should disable anonymous logins. So that is the solution, that we should deploy some measures to avoid anonymous login. And then it has also given the common vulnerability exposure reference. So you can go click on this one, and it will give you some, I think here it is. So CV details, you can find it here. So access vector, as you have already seen that how it can be accessed. It can be accessed over the network. So it has given the technique to access. So that is over the network. And then you can get and read more about this on this one also. So anonymous FTP is enabled. So that is the description. So that is the vulnerability. Similarly, you can go and get other information like Apache S3 server detection consolidation. What is that? So it is often it has not assigned any severity level. So you can minimize this, and then you can go. Let's say try to find the. So this is Apache Tomcat vulnerability, and it is very critical. And also you can go and on the next page. So you can see here FTP brute force logging is reported, and with high impact distributed Ruby multiple RC vulnerabilities. You can click on that and understand more vulnerability. FTP, let's say check what is this one, for instance. So it says it was possible to log in into the remote FTP server using weak or known credentials. So it was possible to log in. So it gives the detection result. It was possible to log in with the following credential: MSF admin, Postgres, service, user. So it was possible to log in with the following credentials. So that means the uh, password set is very weak. So inside you can find some CV details here. I'm not going again on that. You can explore that. And then detection method, reports weak or known credential detected by the vulnerabilities, and detailed, you can find it here. So what impact it can cause? So the issue may be exploited by a remote attacker to gain access to the sensitive information. As we already know that if the access control or authentication is very weak, which is like many organizations, when they deploy some kind of equipments, what they do, they even don't change the default credentials. For instance, let's say you have deployed Palo Alto firewall or Palo Alto switches or Cisco switches, and you have not changed the, for instance, the default credentials. Many attackers, they can find it while reading the Cisco or Palo Alto documentation. So it is publicly available for those kind of products. So they will mention in their product documentation. So let's say they have scanned that your infrastructure, and they have found that you are using Cisco switches or Palo Alto firewall or FortiGate. Then maybe they can, and they have also found the version that you are using. They will directly go over the internet, and they will read their documentation, and they will find those default credentials, and they can try that. And many organizations, they administrator, they forget to change those default credentials, or even they know that they should do that, they don't do that many a times, just because of it provides ease of access. They know that, yeah, this is the default credentials like admin and password 123 or anything, and they will just use that to log in those systems. And those default passwords anybody can find in the product documentation. So always we should change the default passwords once we install some new systems. We should just remove the default password. So this issue may be exploited by remote attacker to gain access to confidential information. You already know that now. And what kind of mitigation you can do? Change the password as soon as possible, and make it more complex. So again, this is also a very high criticality. You can read that. So again, the same in that it has reported. And again, what you can do, you can minimize this. Minimize this. Let's select some other one. So this is, it says dist cc, or let's say, what is this? I also don't know. So dist cc is a prone to remote code execution. So remote code execution vulnerability it is possible. So it was possible to execute the id command result like uid. You can run these, and what it does, as used in others when not configured, to restrict access to the server port, allow remote attackers to execute arbitrary commands via compilation jobs which are executed by the server without authorization checks. So that means attackers can execute any arbitrary random commands and no authorization check or validation is done. So what kind of impact it can cause? So it can cause by like default trust its clients completely, then in turn could allow a malicious client to execute arbitrary commands on the server. So they can run any random commands or arbitrary commands on the server, and that may impact the performance. So what is the solution? So here they have given some solutions for more information. So we need to go on that one. And what is the detection details? So you can go and read about the CVE details here. So that is the way to like you can go through these vulnerabilities and read that and find the solutions. Maybe the solutions that are proposed, for instance, here it can work on the systems or the product that we have, or it may not work. So if it doesn't work, you need to think for like what type of countermeasures that we can deploy. So this is not working, or this is not possible for me to deploy on my system. So what other countermeasures I can do? How I can minimize the exposure of my systems to the attacker. So that is the second line of thought. So you should think logically, and that is where the fundamentals are very important. It is not only about using tools. So it's not cybersecurity that you can just use any tool, find the threats and anything. You also need to think and plan effectively, and also break down the major problem into small chunks and see what are the solutions that you can do. Many times one solution which is working for other organization, it may not work for your organization. So you need to think from the organization perspective, what is their need, and what is the objective of those systems. And maybe my business needs are different. So I have to think for like, if that solution doesn't work, which is given by vendors or any other third-party solutions, then what are the other countermeasures I can deploy to minimize the exposure of my systems to attackers? So you always have to think critically and logically to understand the problem and then propose the countermeasures. And then once you have proposed the countermeasures, also it is important to assign it to someone in your organization. So the idea of all these vulnerability assessment is not just to know the vulnerabilities. Until you work on those vulnerabilities and close those vulnerabilities. If you do not close vulnerability, and then it is of no use, these kind of vulnerability tests. So once, let's say, we have identified all these vulnerabilities, so there are, let's say, 150 or 100 or 50 vulnerabilities that we have identified. So that is good. So that is one step. But you should then prioritize those vulnerabilities. So maybe I will see the criticality, what kind of impact it can cause. I will go through that, and then I will, let's say, all these critical vulnerabilities I will prioritize for. So I will give them high priority, and I will see my team who are available, and then I will assign those security engineers to work on these countermeasures and see and develop those countermeasures. Or if they have to like seek the permission from the vendors, then seek their permission and follow them for the patch or updates, and then deploy them. And let's say it is taking some time for those vendors to provide the patch. So in the meantime, what kind of countermeasures I can develop or configure to minimize the exposure of my system or secure my system. So that is the responsibility of your security team and you as a manager. So then you have to generate a ticket and assign these tasks to some different people in your organization, and then you have to follow them. And you have to set the deadlines, and you have to like discuss maybe weekly or bi-weekly or twice, two times every week. So anything, I mean, that suits your organization. So that is the purpose of doing this vulnerability test. So you can see here, these are the different, I'm not going through every vulnerability. You can run these, and then you can analyze and read about these vulnerabilities in your free time. So what you can do from here also, let's go back. So let's So as you can see here, so I will again show the process for getting to this page. So let's say you have performed the scan, and I'm interested in this asset. So maybe there are different assets in your organization. So you have performed the different scan activities on different, I mean, you have performed the vulnerability assessment on those systems. So maybe all will be listed here. So let's say I'm interested into this one. So I will just click here. I will get this information. So what I will do, I will just click on this one again, target for immediate scan. And then again, I will click here, task using this target, immediate scan of IP. And then I get these information here. So if you will take your cursor here, it says that last report for task immediate scan of IP 10.0.2.8. So just click on this one. And you see here, it gives you all the results, host, number, the ports, applications, operating systems, CVEs. So if we click the ports, you will see all these ports are running, and what kind of protocol is running on this protocol, and severity and everything you can find. Operating systems, Ubuntu 8.04, which is running. CVEs, you can find all the CVE that it has found. The CVEs are like the vulnerabilities that are posted on those on CVE platform, and then it has found these and also in these vulnerabilities that it has found aligned with those CVEs. So now my purpose is to export this result in PDF file. So what I can do, I can click here, download filtered report that you see here, download option. And then I can download that. So a report format in what type you want. So let's say we want PDF format. So let's type get PDF format.
CSV
And then,
format, Rishikesh, do in
sorry,
CSV format. It's there.
CSV you can get the results also, but I would suggest for getting this report, like to further understand, like let's say you want to discuss in the organization. So for that, it is
Because
better to,
students are working on CSV file, okay?
yeah,
They are-
CSV results, you can export that, but I will show first the PDF because it will give you a clear idea of how it looks like. So let's open the PDF here and then click OK. I will show the CSV. So now you see the scan report. So it gives you the summary. This document reports on the results of an automatic security scan, and all the dates are displayed using time zones UTC, Universal Time Zone. And then it gives all the results here. Like results per host, and these are the protocols, I mean ports running, then all the information it gives, like assigns the priority, sorry, and then host authentication. So all the vulnerabilities it has reported along with all the details. So now you can take this report and discuss within your organization about solution also it has proposed, as I have already shown this. So then you can take these reports and discuss that whether this solution will work or not, the proposed solution, whether it will work or not. So if it doesn't work, then what is the other solution that we can use? So now you can save this file from here. So I'm not going to show everything here. You can also click on this one and it will take you directly on that what kind of uh, vulnerability it is. So it says that MySQL, so this is the detection result. It was possible to log in into the remote MySQL using default credentials. It was possible to log in as user root with empty password. So that is definitely security is very weak. So all these information you can get. And also you can get the CSV results. So what you can do here, click again on the download filtered report. And let's say you want the CSV. So just click here and click the OK button, and it will download the CSV file. So let me. So now this is the CSV result. So maybe you can use that if you have built-in GPT app to analyze these CSV results. So you can may upload these in that knowledge base file and then ask further insights from the GPT, and then it will analyze these vulnerability, and then it will give you the insight. And also it will maybe it is also a good idea to upload these CSV in the built-in GPT app that you have developed for analyzing vulnerabilities report or vulnerability assessment. And you can upload these and then ask GPT with the prompt all the different types of vulnerability. It will initially give you some queries, and then you can keep asking and it will give you the insights along with the countermeasures. So maybe the countermeasures that OpenVAS has proposed, maybe GPT will give you 2 or 3 or more different types of countermeasures. You can also say that, yeah, this countermeasure cannot work for my system. You can also provide the GPT some more context, like what kind of systems that you have, on which for which system you have ran this vulnerability assessment, and then you can give some more context and more configuration details, and then GPT will analyze more effectively, and it will give you some like also what it can do. It can you can provide that information or context in the prompt, that also use some external threat platform to enrich those results and give some more insights along with different countermeasures. And then it will give you some more countermeasures compared to what you have got with the OpenVAS. So maybe OpenVAS has proposed some generic countermeasures which may or may not work on your system. So maybe you can use the GPT app and analyze these CSV results and get some more insights, and as well as the countermeasures that you can use for your system or machines that you have. So that is also one possibility to like combine the OpenVAS analysis and feed those results
They can
into
also, Rishikesh, they can also use Python language, because they
Yeah,
have, yes, they can import it, and you only use separate equal to comma, and then everything will be in tabular format. Okay.
yeah,
And
yeah.
after that, they will apply a lots of mechanisms that I already discussed, and
Mhm.
check whether it's vulnerable or not. Okay, you may
Yeah.
do. Okay, everyone, please try this. This is also a good work. Okay.
So what you can do, like I will just add on top of what Sumit mentioned. Also, what you can do, like use OpenVAS, scan your system like different type of system also you can scan. We just scanned Ubuntu 8.0 that you saw, and you can also scan Windows and you get these results. And then as Sumit has already mentioned that use Python and analyze these results, get some more insights and countermeasures, and then see how effective it is with when you use OpenVAS, and also along with you combine OpenVAS analysis with LLM, large language model. So that can also be a good project that you can do and propose that, yeah, of course, OpenVAS is a vulnerability scanner is a first step. But if we combine all those analysis with some large language models, we can get some more insights and more effective countermeasures or different types of countermeasures. So we can brainstorm and get some different countermeasures, maybe that can be more suitable for our organization. And also we can enrich those analysis with some external platform like Varus, Total, or any other, and it will give some more information. So that is also one project that you can do, and that can be a very nice activity also in terms of like combining these analysis with large language models. So now I will show you how you can perform when you perform the scan, how it looks like. So since the asset is already added here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to perform the scan again. So what I can do, like here you can see there's an option, start, and so now it will show you initially requested. So now again it will perform the scan. It may take it can take some time, like 15 minutes, something like that, to scan. Maybe I'm scanning it a second time, so it may take less. But now you see it has been queued. This task has been queued. So initially it requested, so now it is 0%. So that's how it looks like when you will perform the scan. But always for the first time, go here on the star with the line option and select the task wizard. And in the task wizard, provide the IP address of your system and then perform the scan. And also what you can do, use Windows machine, scan your Windows virtual machine that you have installed in your virtual box. And while scanning, when you have started the scan, try to run Wireshark that we saw previously, and capture the traffic that you are getting on your Windows machine. And that also you can leverage to perform some further analysis using large language model and see what kind of insights that we can get from security perspective. So right now, what we are thinking from the perspective of pen tester or who are working in the organization or who are authorized to do pen testing by some organization on their assets. But what if some attackers are doing the pen testing, or let's say vulnerability assessment that they are doing? So if you run these vulnerability scan on your Windows and capture those traffic, try to capture those traffic using Wireshark and save those results in the PCAP and CSV format. And then try to analyze it using some large language model and try to see what kind of insights that you can get. That will also help you to develop effective detection tools or detection. Maybe it can help you enrich your intrusion detection system with more rules, and that can detect these kind of vulnerability tests performed by the attackers. And that can also be a good project. So these different kind of projects that you can do, and that can help you getting more skills in this field. So you can see here it is still 0%. So it takes some time to perform the scan. So while it is performing the scan, let's take some questions
Rishikesh, if we want to scan the network,
Yeah.
can we give some range of IP address with a scatter form? Means suppose some range is there and
Yeah.
then another range. Okay. And
Uh,
suppose some of students try to get some data from its own system, and then after the neighbor room, some students are there, they want to check
mm.
like that.
I
Different
think
computers.
I think, yeah, to scan the whole range, I have not tried that, but I think
In
it is
whole
possible.
range, it may be possible. I ask you about the scatter range. It means suppose 2 to 10, and then after 100 to 150, suppose, and then after 200 to 250, like that, so that they can use their own friends' IP addresses instead of going public. Okay.
Yeah, they can do that. Yeah, that is possible.
Do this. This is a good experiment, and you can find this data set on internet
Yeah,
also. Okay.
yeah, yeah,
Yes. And then actually we are studying like that. Okay, we study the public available data set, and then I told them to generate data set according
yeah,
to your simulator tool that you are teaching them. And then
yeah.
after yes, then after we
It,
are going for machine learning kind of algorithm,
yeah,
and after that, as you also propose that LLM or transformer kind of models are there to analyze better. And we are on
yeah,
that path. Okay, we are on that path. I told
yeah,
them to first analyze the different machine learning algorithms, and then
yeah,
in my next class or next to next class, I will explain how to use LLM to analyze these things.
yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
This is
Yeah,
a
I
good
think
track. Okay.
that will also it is like it will be also good for them if they can do these kind of things like in the university lab, in the computer lab. So that will also help like getting some very good data, like let's say some 3 4 students in the group, they are doing this kind of activities. Some one is doing vulnerability scan, someone is performing Nmap scanning, someone is performing using HPing and performing different kinds of spoofing and different like TCP scan or UDP flood attack, and someone is performing Trojan activity, and we allocate one server and then collect all those traffic, I mean, there, capture those traffic, while students are performing these scans, so that in the lab you will have a very good data sets that can be also leveraged. So, but initially students can do in their own virtual lab, and then later on we can think for those kind of activities, and that will also help like getting and also what we can do, instead of only having the attack traffic, we can also run some video streaming services and also generate legitimate traffic in between. Rather than just having different kinds of attack, we can also have the legitimate good traffic, which is like some kind of video playing. And then we will have a very rich data sets, which we can also release later on once we clean it and everything. That can be also one thing. And then we can use large language models and machine learning or deep learning models to analyze and get some more insights. But initially, I think it will be better for students to first get their hands dirty on these tools and do it in their own virtual setup in the laptop, and then later on we can plan this activity.
Laptop, they perform, they gather some information, like you show the CSV file, and I also get
Yeah,
the code, and they
yeah,
use that simple data set to analyze them so that they can understand. Then after go for
yeah,
business.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, if any question, other students, please ask.
How to change these type of sentences or paragraph data to proper tabular? Yeah, you can use the Python, and also you
Code,
can
don't
have,
worry. I gave the
yeah,
code just above. Okay.
okay, okay,
They can use that code. This is very easy.
yeah,
Or
yeah,
I will show them in my session.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see here, I will show the screen. The scan is still going on. Let me show the screen so that you will know when you will perform the scan, how it looks like. So this is the, I'm still scanning. So it is showing that, yeah, it is 6%. So let's go and check this one, which is from 10, my Windows machine. So which had performed earlier. So you can click here. So there, because it is Windows 11, so you will not see a lot of vulnerability right now, because I had I think Windows Defender was running and everything was well set. So you will not see a lot of vulnerability, and you can see here it has found this vulnerability, but it is medium. It is of not much impact. So, but let's open this one. So it says distributed computing environment or remote procedure call, MSRPC, Microsoft Remote Procedure Call service running on that remote host, and can be enumerated by connecting on port 135 and doing the appropriate queries. So it has how it found it mentions that here is the list of RPC or MSRPC services running on this host via TCP protocol. So it has found all these, and this is the details, detection details that you can, and what impact. So I'm more interested into impact. So an attacker may use this fact to gain more knowledge about the remote host. So solution is to filter incoming traffic to this port. So you can provide rules in your firewall to block this traffic, or also on your Windows Defender firewall, you can write the rule to block all those traffic coming on those ports on for that service scan. So these are not of much interest, because it is low, it is of not much impact, so you can just leave it. But first time, I will suggest to download Metasploitable and then perform the scan. Let's take questions if people have more questions. So OpenVAS, I just showed you how you can download. So let me again go through that. I will show you. So you can just type in Google how to install OpenVAS, and this is the first option from Geeks for Geeks. So just remember this one, or this Medium article also you can use. And what you can do, you can follow the step by step here and first update your Kali and upgrade your Kali, and then you can use these commands to install OpenVAS, and it is very easy to install. And then type this to start the setup process initially. So GVM. So if you will just type GVM dash setup, maybe it will not work. So type sudo in front of that. And then also to verify the installation, just type sudo GVM dash check dash setup, and you will get all those things. And then you can set the password here, or also you can open this one and then set the passwords. As you can see here, you can change the password, and then you are ready to go. And just type sudo GVM dash start, or just go in the application here, as I can show here in the vulnerability analysis, and just click here GVM dash start, and it will give you a link, and copy that link and open it in the Firefox browser or Chrome that you have. And sometimes it will also launch it automatically. But if it doesn't launch, just copy paste and log in in that, and you can install that. And to download Metasploitable, what you can do here, uh, just type Metasploitable2 in the in your browser, in your host machine, and then just go through this sourceforge.net and download from there. And then you have to extract that and import that in your virtual box. You can also find articles related to that. Yeah. So from here, let's. So you can just click here and download it and just extract that and then add that in your Oracle VirtualBox. It is very easy to install. You can also follow the process here. Like if you want step by step, just type install Metasploitable. So here also you can get the information on Geeks for Geeks, and it will give you a step-by-step guideline to install Metasploitable2 on your virtual box, and you can follow these steps, and it is very easy to install. So you can do that. And let's check how much scan it has performed. So you can see here it will take more time. Still, it is 14%. But once it is complete, you can follow the same step. Like you can click on that, and it will open this one, and then again you click on here, and then again click under this task using this target. Click on that, and you can get all the results here for the different impacts and different vulnerability. And if you want to export the result as CSV, just click here, last report, and click here this download button. And as we are more interested into CSV, so just import the CSV results and click OK, and it will download it, and then you can use it to clean that and analyze it using large language models or GPT.
If you can send me this CSV file in my WhatsApp so that I can check whether they will use or not. Though I gave the code.
Yeah. Yeah, I will send you that. Yeah. Any other questions? If you don't have any questions, then yeah, I will send you, Sumit, the CSV, and then we can meet tomorrow if you do not have any questions. So just send me email me if you have any problems.